Hi there, this is Essjay and welcome to BBB Beauty Business Builder. This is the place to be for inspired and motivated individuals that want to feel and be unstoppable within their beauty business. If this is your first time watching, then welcome. I hope you enjoy this episode, but I do encourage you to go back to the beginning. You will find some real valuable insights, strategies, tips and tricks that I've used to grow my business, and also some really fantastic interviews along the way with branding specialists, digital experts, fantastic influential people within the business as well, and people like me and you that have managed to pivot their business online during the lockdown, which is fantastic to hear their stories. So go back. If you are a keen listener, then thank you so much for watching. I've got a few fantastic fans out there that I get some lovely messages from, and little Instagram tags, which I really do appreciate. So thank you so much for staying tuned. Now, I want to send out a bit of an apology first because I am late with this podcast release. As a lot of you know, my keen watchers, that I release every Monday. And it currently is Tuesday today, so by the time this comes out it could be Thursday, so I am late this week, which is not like me. I'm normally on time, but I've had a very hectic, busy few weeks in my personal life that I've just physically not been able to have the time to do it. So I apologize, but better late than never, okay? So this was I do want to say that I might release 2 this week. So after this one, there might be ones quite soon after, because I had a fantastic interview with the number one Jason Greystone, who has the number 1 podcast in financial development and wealth creation, who I've been following quite closely. Fantastic guy, genius in his field in terms of investing, saving, creating passive income, leverage incomes, absolutely amazing. So you cannot miss that one. That is going to be an amazing podcast for you, and I'll try and release that one this week as well and give you 2. So this podcast today, this one is going to be the part 2 to the power of going live. Last week I shared with you some strategies and some tips on how I like to go live, and how I prepare and plan, and how I deliver my live videos. Now, this one is like part 2 of that. And the reason why I wanted to split it is because I want people to, if they're going to try the going live and doing their own thing and structuring the live and creating the content, I wanted them to try that first before they then start thinking about this. Now, this part I didn't do straight away. I just used to start doing my lives every week, start smashing out lives, make them really interactive with my following, obviously get some really, really good feedback. But after a while, you start to think, right, I can repurpose this. I can reuse this for something. So, what I started doing first, I started cutting the video, so cutting the front and the back end off to then use, edit it slightly, put my logo in front and use that as a video and upload it to YouTube. So you can then repurpose that straight away, very easy. You can easily do that on most laptops and repurpose that. But what I found, and this is why on the workshop that I'm currently running at the moment, I actually do put in there how to structure your live, and I do go into a lot of depth with this. And the reason why I do this is so you can repurpose. Now, my first few lives, I used to stop 5-10 minutes in, somebody would pop up, I'd be like, hey Michelle, how you doing? How's your kids? And then I'd talk to somebody else, how are you? And it was great, it was interactive, I was including everybody that was coming on screen, which was fantastic. But then what happens is when you then come to repurpose that, it won't make sense. So you have so much editing. And I remember the first video that I wanted to upload, it was a video where I was talking about, I think I was talking about retinaldehyde. I think I was talking about retinoids in skincare. And I felt like after I did the live, I was like, that was awesome. I need to use that. But every 10 minutes I was interrupting myself, talking to another follower, talking to somebody else, laughing about something completely random. And even though obviously it's nice to have a bit of personality on a live, that's completely fine. But to stop and start and to talk to, you know, Colin, who's just decided to tune in, it wasn't easy to try and edit that. So that's why I go into quite a lot of depth on how to structure your live. And I always like to tell people that you need to do your intros, you need to say at the beginning. If you have any questions, post them throughout, and then at the end, once I've covered, you know, all the aspects, I will then start to answer the questions at the end. You need to do it that way because it will make it so much easier for you to repurpose. Now, a lot of people say, well, why do I have to repurpose? I've done my live. Okay, why wouldn't you repurpose? You've just created an hour's worth or half an hour or 20 minutes worth of content there for your customers. So why wouldn't you want to take little snippets out of it, a big chunk for YouTube to throw loads of hashtags in and keywords to try and help get another kind of platform there? Why wouldn't you want to do like a little mini video for your story? These are for your Instagram story. These are all things that you can do with a video. So, you know, repurposing and reusing your content is a really good way of saving you so much time. Now, obviously, if you do it all yourself, then you are not necessarily saving time. So this is where you have to find that balance of outsourcing. And I do strongly believe that, you know, to outsource the tasks that are not as important to you to somebody who does it for a living is just, you know, it's so much better to do that. And that's why I work quite close with a video editor. So I have a lady that I work with. So every time I do a video, when I do my podcast, when I do my videos, that if you are watching this on YouTube, you will see I have text coming up. I have information coming up about things that about what I'm saying. And this is all done by my video editor. And Milo puts all these fancy bits together. She does all my nice intros, my outros, makes it visually entertaining. And that's obviously then can be reused. So, you know, what we have decided to do is a little bit of a duo, me and Milo. What we've decided to do is actually offer this to my clients. So I've got many clients out there that say to me, oh God, you've got so much content. How do you have time to do all of that? Now, you know, I did a bit of a task, me and Milo. What we did is I actually sent her, this is in one of my workshops, and this is in my, currently in the Power of Going Live workshop, where I'm giving away a bonus module in there to a certain amount of people that do sign up. And what I've actually done is recorded just a 3-minute video. I've recorded a 3-minute video on explaining how to create a video. So it's 3 minutes of me telling you how to create the perfect video. You then create that video and then we repurpose that. So I did it with my 3-minute video and I sent it to Milo. She did her magic, did whatever she needed to do to it. I then got a few headshots of myself and did my magic that I do in my Canva and my editing platforms. And then with that, with one 3-minute video and a logo and a headshot, we managed to create 22 pieces of content. So 22 pieces is almost, nearly a month's worth of content. So just by doing a 3-minute video, we have got all this content that we can then reuse. So this is why it is so important to make sure that you structure your videos so you can repurpose them. Now, you don't have to use your live videos to repurpose. You know, you can just upload a 3-minute video and do it that way. But by having a live video, if you do a really good intro about yourself, you know, a really good bio about yourself, if you're kind of new to the industry and you're wanting to kind of get out there, you could do a really good intro, a really good bio, which could be 2 to 3 minutes long. And then that could be then what you repurpose. So I'm all for repurposing content because you've already created it once. You've already created that video once. So why not maximize the use of that? You know, it is to be able to repurpose it and have 22 pieces of content there that you can then just add some text to it. It is fantastic. Now, what I also did with the video that I uploaded, and I will share this with you. Reach out to me if you want. If you want to see this, I've actually created a landing page on my website, so I can send you the link. I'll put it in this description actually of the podcast. You can click on that link and see what I managed to create from a 3-minute video. And I also created a blog as well, so you can actually put video content and voice content into a website called Reddit. We'll have to check on that. And that will then get repurposed into text. So you then have a blog. So, by creating one live video or one recorded video, you can create all these different pieces of content that can be reused. And if you're at a stage where you don't do much of your marketing and you outsource your marketing, you can then just send this to your marketing guy for them to do it. So you can actually do that yourself, or you can outsource that part. But obviously it starts with you. You have to create that first bit of content for your marketing guys to then roll with it. So this is why I've teamed up with Milo, and because I use her for all my video stuff, and she's absolutely fantastic. And this is why we kind of put this together between us, using the format that I use for my videos. She's like, yeah, get your clients to send me the stuff, and we can then create all this content from one 3-minute video. So if you really want to do that, obviously this podcast is to give you information. So go ahead and try and do it by yourself. Go for it. Play around with video editors and have a good play yourself. But if you think, it's a really great idea, and I could do with getting somebody else to do this to save me the time, because you could earn more money doing something else, then reach out to me. It's very reasonably priced. And if you join my the Power of Going Live module, I'm going to be including this free for, I want to say, the first 10 people that sign up, but I will see. So reach out and let me know if you are interested, and I can get you added to the workshop, and you may be able to be one of the first people that get this repurposing module free. So yeah, like I said, this was part 2 of 2, and I just wanted to kind of stress how important it is to go to repurpose, or to structure your videos so you can repurpose. And it's something that we don't think about when we first do a little bit of a video. We go out on a whim and think, oh, we'll just go live today. As soon as you go live, save the video, because there'll be a time when somebody asks you for something specific, or you think, oh, I really want to promote what I spoke about the other day. Oh God, I ain't got time to do a video. God, I did this in my live. Let me go back to my live. Might be able to grab a couple of minutes and get that repurposed, So, it is very important to make sure every live that you do, where you have created content and information and value, make sure it's saved. Save that live, back it up, and then that can then be used as when you have time to repurpose, or you can send it on to me, which I will then work with Milo, and we can repurpose that for you. So yeah, the reason, like I say, why me and Milo create is because I have so many people asking me how I managed to create so much content. Now I actually have I outsource even again for that, because I find that I struggle to keep on top of my social media. So I actually have a company that does that side for me as well. Which I might touch base with them actually to see if they want to come on and do a interview them live on my podcast, to give you a little bit of information on what they do for companies. But yeah, it's something that is very important, something that we don't tend to think about. So whenever you go live, try and make sure you structure it in a way that you have your intro, your information, and your outro. So when I say intro, your welcome-ins to people, then you have your content, then you answer your questions and say your bye, and then that can then easily be edited, cut the front and the back end off, and then you can create wave bars, you can create videos with subtitles, you can create little short snippets with subtitles, or a freeze frame of a headshot with a wave bar and subtitles. You have them in different sizes for Insta Story, for LinkedIn, for Facebook. There is so much you can do. So I've got all the templates drafted up anyway. So if you want to go down that route, then like I say, touch base with me and Milo can sort you out. So yeah, repurpose content is key, and that is what I wanted to talk to you about today. So thank you so much for tuning in. A little bit of a shorter one today, but I will make sure I get that other interview uploaded for you to hear before a week is up. Okay, I want to make sure you get that to you quickly, because I did keep you waiting for this one. So yeah, but don't forget to miss it. If you want to get some of these interviews at real time, I do it in my private page, which all you have to search for is BBB Tribe. If you search for BBB Tribe on Facebook, you will then be added to the private Facebook group, and that's where I do all my interviews, so you get to actually see them live and post questions, okay, which is vital if you're wanting to interact a little bit more and find out something specific to help you. So make sure you reach out if you want to get them firsthand rather than waiting for the podcast release. So have a gorgeous week wherever you are, and I will see you on the next one. Bye for now, guys. Bye bye.